Another thing which I have seen a lot of designers doing wrong is that they don't know what is the scale of importance in any design. Now, why this is very important? Because there are different things that are important and which are different in different design situations. For example, in a magazine ad, the importance might be given to the main subject, or maybe to the main idea, because it is related to selling something. But when you are designing some landing page, the scale of importance might be given to something else. So what are the basic rules? So if you want to give something scale, so scale means that will be the most dominating part or the biggest part related to the other items in your design. So first thing is that important things which are important in your design, whether it's copy text, whether it's testimonials, whether it's some logo, whether it's some video, you want to highlight that thing so it will be bigger with respect to the other elements related or around it. Second thing is that it might be brighter, or maybe it has different color than the rest of the items on the page. So this is very important concept, scale of importance. One more thing is that there must not be a fight between multiple important things. So the importance, scale of importance must be a scale from top to bottom, or most important to least important. So keep that in mind, that all the things in your design are not important. There must be a scale. You need to build a scale that this thing is the most important, then this one, then this one, and this one is the least important. So here is another technique which I normally use and mostly used in landing pages. So what you need to do is the most important content, whether it's copy or you want to give the message of your website, you want to move it to the top of your design. So that is why there was a concept of above the fold. So fold means that 700 pixels or sometimes 800 pixels. The fold was actually the page height, which was, you need to pull it to see the next content. So this is basically the concept that if you have something important, you want your user to view it instantly. So it must be at the top, and it must be grabbing the user's attention instantly, and it must be moved to the top in the order of scale of importance. One more technique is, if you want to give something importance, you can also use contrast. You will learn a lot about contrast in the next section, so we are going to leave it right there. But it means that it must be different from the rest of the items on your design. If you ever read any newspaper or any blog article, you have seen that headings are very bigger, and they are easily scannable, and they are bigger related to all the different text and other elements on the page, because they are going to grab the attention. They are the spot. They are easier to spot, and they are meant to be bigger because users are going to scan. So it makes it easier to scan everything. So this is another way of doing this. And one more thing, my typography course has a scale for your typography, scale of typography, different sizes, which is again related to this topic, which is scale of importance. So if you want to learn more about typography, you can look at that course. Similarly, in my typography course, I have talked about typography scales, which is that this text size, for example, 16 pixels or 12 points, it is going to be for my text, and 56 points or 56 pixels I am going to use for my biggest heading. So this is the level of importance in the text. So we are going to use typography scales in your designs to illustrate this scale of importance. And also one more thing, if you want to learn more about typography scales and typography in general, you can have a look at my typography for designers and developers course. This is a very big topic, so I don't want to discuss it here. So I hope you have learned how to use and how to what is actually scale of importance. I'm going to show you now different examples. So let me show you some examples and to make this concept more digestible. So here is my design for my own Learn UX ID card. This is my website, and you can see this is the front and the back side of the card I have designed, business card. And here you can see on the front side, you can see what is the most important thing. It is the brand image. So I want it to be my logo, the biggest over here. Then the second, you can see the second thing you are going to notice on this design is going to be, are you learning? And then there is the lower portion, which is I want the user to read in the end, which is the website. Similarly, if you look at the other side, and you can see that here my most area, which is, and most colors are used in the top area. You can see over here where the text is learn real design and coding skills and improve your dollar worth. So in the start, I wanted to be like showing you how to do coding, but I think that it will be a very long course. So I avoided it. I focused on design. Anyhow, so you can see the most dominating area over here is this one. Then this UX ID again. This is the logo, the simpler version of my logo or smaller version, and then my contact details. So you can see here I want to give the message to the user that I want you to do this or learn this from me. So this is how scale of importance is actually, you can see, used. If you have noticed over here, you can see the size of the text is also bigger. Also the space it is taking, or the size the size of this element is bigger than all the other elements around it. So this is how scale of importance is used. So you cannot make everything colorful. If I make these, you can say this text below and also this text below or this border a lot colorful than the user, then the scale of importance is actually going to shift. So it will be not a scale of importance, but it will be a fight of importance between two elements. So this is how you use scale of importance. Let me show you one more example. So here is another example, which is a landing page which I have designed recently. And you can see over here, the most prominent section or most prominent area is this one: home of affordable and easy to use digital signage and character generators. Also, you can see the difference between the sizes of this text below and this heading is too much. If you remember correctly or accurately, my last lessons, they were about the difference in scale, which is going to create contrast. So different between sizes of this text and this text is too much. That is why they are looking great. They have a lot of contrast. Anyhow, then you can see the second most prominent area is this one. So if I accurately guess is that this section, which is get free demo or literature now, is actually getting more attention because it has another color, which is this CTA, a call to action button. So basically you can see that this is a landing page, and the purpose of the landing page is that you want the user to sign up for the free demo. So I want to educate the user and then want to sign up. So this is my actual goal in this design. So to follow that goal, I want to use the scale of importance. I want these items or these two items to be more dominant than others. So this is how you do that. Second is, if you look at this area, the contrast between the background, which is very dark, and this foreground color, which is this text color, is too much. So this is also creating more contrast to get the attention of the user. Then if we look at these areas, again, you can see they are equally important. So everything is same. Similarly, these are equally important. They are actually repetition. We will talk about this in the next section. And if we look at this section, I want this video to be seen, and you can see it is more important. So scale of importance has shifted to this one. It is bigger in size. It is taking almost 70% of the space. Then they are all almost important. I want the important ones to be big brands like Hyatt. They are a big hotels. So I wanted to move it at the top. So you can see this is how actually we do all these this scale of importance. This is how we use it. Similarly, another example is that I designed this app icon for a medical company that was UK doctors appraisal app. And you can see over here, I combined three concepts which you might have heard in my last lesson: generating ideas, box, document, and doctor. And now you can see combining these three symbols is going to make this icon. And you can see even in this icon, the most dominating element is the most important element is this plus sign, the middle of this box. So you can see here I have used scale of importance by highlighting this middle. So I hope you have learned a lot about the scale of importance, and these are enough examples. If you want to know more or learn more, if you want to ask me anything, you can ask me. Let's move on to the next lesson.